What up, party people? It's your boy Tommy G here with episode 58 of the No Mercy podcast. We have a banger for you today, as usual. The smoke show, the brilliant smoke show, Krystal Tini joins us. So you might want to check this out on the YouTube page, No Mercy podcast, so you can see her pretty face and hear the fire coming out of her mouth. But I have a couple things I need to talk to you about. Okay, so give me a fucking minute, you ADD millennial fucktards who want to play everything on 1.5 speed and play it on 2x because I got 100 podcasts I got to listen to. And I think the first 5 minutes there might be an ad in it. So I'm going to fast forward that and just get stop it. Stop it. Just fucking give me 5 minutes to 3 minutes before we start the podcast. Can you do that? Just give me fucking 3 minutes. I mean, I have big news for you. It's for you too, you fucks. It's not for me. So just stop. Slow down. Don't fast forward. Take me off 2x speed. Because what I'll do is I'll just start talking like this. Because if you listen on 2x speed and I talk like this, then you're not going to be able to understand it. And I can freely talk like this. I can say the whole fucking podcast like that if I have to. So when I hear you guys talking about that you're doing this on 2x speed, it annoys the shit out of me. See, now you can't do it. All right, now I'm back. So 3 big announcements. I got to refocus. I got to recenter. I got to zen. Oh, you want to see this? Hold on. Let me show you something. Look, I got Buddha. You know, Buddha. Huh. I rub his belly. Buddha. I almost said his penis. I also got, hold on. Fuck. Shit. Sage. I don't know how to do this yet. It's called smudging. And I meant, oh, shit. I broke it. I think I'm supposed to light it on fire and do stuff with it. So I'll probably burn the place down. So I'll let you know how this turns out. It smells pretty good. But yes, I'm going on a spiritual journey. And that's why it was perfect to bring the great Krystal Tini on to begin my spiritual journey. I'm going to go through a heavy metal detox. I'm telling you all shit I already tell you on the podcast. So anyway, it's been crazy, as you see behind me. This is a new place. It's a fucking disaster. Everything's a shit show. I didn't set it up. I'm not fucking haphazardly hanging pictures and TVs just so I have a good background for you, because I got a guy coming to do that tomorrow. So no, I don't care about the background. I'm not going to hang shit and take it down. It looks like shit. Get over it. That's why I brought a pretty girl on with me. So the background can look like shit. All right, let me get to the point here. I'm rambling. So 1, Krystal Tini. 2, nomercypodcast.com. 3, new newsletter coming out with me and Bobby every week. All right. Do I have your attention? Do I have your attention now? Good. All right. First, Krystal Tini. Don't go anywhere. I need to tell you about the newsletter and the fucking website and the merch and all the other shit that we're about to drop. So stay. So Krystal Tini, fire. Follow her on Instagram at Krystal Tini, KRYSTALTINI. Nailed it. So Krystal Tini on Instagram. Go over there. Her videos are fucking insane. I mean, yeah, she's a very pretty girl, but she's fucking alpha as fuck. If you don't know her, you need to know her. She talks about everything from 5G to weather manipulation. We went into the Illuminati. We went into space. There's a fantastic part of this podcast in the middle. I don't know where it was. I kind of black out when we do these things and don't remember where anything is. But there was a part in the middle for like 30 minutes where me and her talked about the movement in the summer of 2020 and what went on and what's going on and what happened within our own movement. And we lit some people on fire. And we talked about the PSYOP crap. And we talked a little bit about the Q movement. We talked about religion, talked about a lot of stuff. So you really want to get through this whole thing because we talked about 15 different topics in an hour and a half. So if you only listen to half of it, you're going to miss some fucking fire shit on the back end. So I would make sure you get through this whole thing. It's phenomenal. And then go subscribe, download, like, review, and follow Krystal. But it was a great podcast. Talked about the Mike Lindell stuff, the symposium and all that. I think you guys are really going to love it. We're going to be doing a lot more stuff together. We might even do some dating podcasts together or some, I don't know. I want to do some crazy shit too. And I'm going to do that with the website. So now that dovetails to the website. nomercypodcast.com is not live, but it's up, but it's behind a curtain. So it is done-ish. All right. There's a couple more things that I need to do. That's why I haven't slept in 3 weeks. But the site will be up shortly. Like I'm talking like days. I thought it might be up today. So it's pretty much done and it looks pretty cool. And you're going to love that because we're going to have all the audio podcasts there, all the video podcasts there. We're going to have a Tommy G vault where you can get all my old shit. We're going to have Bobby's World on there where you can get all Bobby's fucking shorts and shit like that. We're going to have merch, tons of fucking merch. The merch is so fucking fire. It's so soft and so comfortable because I'm a texture whore. I don't know if you know that. So any of you who bought anything from my last company, like I'd rather spend twice the money to get a fucking super soft shirt than these shitty fucking ones that you buy everywhere, especially the conspiracy shirts. It seems like they're all fucking like cardboard when you buy them online. So the merch is fire as fuck. We have We have every color, every fucking style, women's crop tops, sweaters, fucking tank tops, men's 3/4 shirts, fucking zip ups, hoodies. I'm a fucking diva. So, I just loaded the way. I think we have 180 items on there for fucking 5 designs. So we're going to keep adding designs and stuff every week. But so that's going to be up probably in about a week or so. So get ready for that. The big news is the newsletter. So the newsletter is starting. I'm really excited about this. Spoke to Bobby. Me and Bobby are going in this together. He's going to be the chief editor of the newsletter. And basically what this is going to be, it's going to be your red pill review, like a week in review every Sunday or Monday. We're going to go out there and basically recap the whole entire week, right? So we're not doing it this week, but if we were, it would be that fucking Cuomo sexual. And we'd have the Aubrey Huff band from Twitter, and we'd have the Mike Lindell symposium on there. We'd have the mask mandate comment. We'd have all that. So it's going to recap the whole week for anything you missed. Also be a good download to give to other people who aren't as in tune and deep into this as you are. We're also going to do a lot of educating on there. So I want to really use this newsletter as what I've been wanting to do from the beginning, as a really an educational piece where after about 4, 5, 6 newsletters, you can take this thing and hand it to someone who's not red pilled yet and be like, run through this and then fucking call me, right? Where we're going to do it the way me and Bobby do it, right? With a lot of humor, sometimes a lot of uncensored me fucking going batshit, him more with the fun, happy songs and parodies. But we're going to put the content out in a way that it's digestible, it's enjoyable, and it's hard hitting. And there will be no censorship on it. There will be no holds barred, as nothing we do is. And then we're going to have little videos and songs. And, maybe we'll do 5-minute podcasts with me, Bobby, and Danny, just kind of on like a Cuomo topic or something like that. Which we didn't even talk about Cuomo today, me and Chris. I don't know how we forgot about it. I mean, what's there to talk about? He's a fucking creepy pervert. Don't fucking say you're not perverted, you're Italian. You're not Italian, you're a pervert, bitch. Go fuck yourself. All right. Don't try and drag us into your fucking handsy ass. Fucking all these libtards touching fucking people, fucking weirdos. But I don't know. I lost my train of thought now. But yeah, so the newsletter is going to be awesome. It's going to serve a lot of purposes, and not just giving you information, but I want it to also be a source for people to go where we can feature other people's content. This isn't going to be a fucking no mercy bubble. Like, I want this to be everyone and everything. So anything you guys find that's good out there, podcasts, videos, people are doing a great job. I don't care if they have 1 follower. I'd actually prefer if they had 1 follower. I want to spotlight people who aren't being seen, because there's a lot of amazing content out there going around the interwebs from people who only have 50 followers, 200 followers, and it's not getting circulated. So I want us to serve as a place where we can publish this shit. We can put it up. We can put links to your podcast, clips to it, and really break it down for you, and also sift out the shit, not feature the shit that isn't good. So that's going to be awesome. It'll be a place to go where if anyone gets banned, we're going to have lists of all the people who've been banned and where to find them on their new accounts, or what other places you can go to find them. Since we're pretty much plugged into the whole industry, that'll be important. It'll also be safety for us, because we're going to get banned from Twitter and YouTube and Instagram again for the 150th time. So now if you go to nomercypodcast.com, drop your email, you'll be able to basically have access to us all the time, because we're going to keep that newsletter going in perpetuity. So if I get banned from everywhere on the internet, then boom, in the newsletter the next week, it'll say where I'm popping up and where I'm going to be, schedules for everything. So it's going to be very important. It's going to be awesome. I'm really excited about it. And me and Bobby have not stopped talking about it. So I'm rambling now already. And there's a lot going on. So we have the newsletter. We have the podcast site dropping, nomercypodcast.com. And then we have the merch coming in about a week and a half. And football's coming, brah. So I'm excited as fuck about that, because every football season for the first month, we make more money than anyone in the fucking world. I don't know what it is. We do great throughout the year, but something about the first month of NFL, we fucking just obliterate the NFL for 3 years in a row. Really, for me, longer, but for my subscribers, 3 years in a row. And everyone's already in the chat talking like week 1's almost here. So we are going to kill NFL. I just finished with Night Ghost and a few other guys a fantasy football draft guide. So if you guys are doing a fantasy football draft, we got a draft guide for you, and it's cheap. So you can go to 4deepbets.com, number 4deepbets.com. It's not out yet, but it should be out probably by the end of the weekend. So follow me on Twitter at Tommy G Returns, at Tommy G Returns on Instagram too. And I'll keep you guys updated when that comes out. But fantasy football draft guy, we have a huge DFS package going. And I think I went 15-1 last week with 3 free bets on the internet. just killing it, just still killing baseball. Won't stop, can't stop, won't stop. So, and football's coming. That's it. I don't know. I'm just fucking talking to talk right now. Shut the fuck up, Tommy. Get to the podcast. Hit it, Miyagi.
We do not train to be merciful here. A man face you, he is enemy. Enemy deserve no mercy.
Ain't no mercy. Ain't no mercy.
What up? It's your boy Tommy G here with episode 58, I think, of the No Mercy podcast. I'm going to bring some sex appeal to this episode here. There's going to be a lot of fighting. There'll probably be a lot of sexual tension. There'll be some talk about fucking porting to different universes and towers that are going to kill us and my pillow guys that are going to save us and all kinds of fucking crazy shit. But my best friend, homegirl, and love of my life, Krystal Tini in the house. What up, biatch?
Love of my life. Right. Okay, we can start off with that. Yeah, there's definitely going to be a lot of everything that he mentioned.
How about
he's the biggest ball breaker on the planet.
Yeah. Well, how about we start with the fact that when we get off the phone, you say love you, hate you, and I say love you only.
That's true.
How am I the asshole? Because I know you're going to depict me as the asshole to all your viewers that are watching this.
You know
follow
how?
me. What?
You know how?
How?
Because I don't give you any trouble. Like you're like, we're going to do this. We were supposed to, okay, I'm just going to put this out there. We were supposed to film this on Friday.
And you fucked up. Blame Krystal.
Don't interrupt. So his cable guy apparently kidnapped him. He disappeared for 3 more days. And then Monday, he's like, hey, babe, what's up? As if nothing. As if we made no plans to do anything. So that's why I love him and I hate him, because he's literally like a walking tornado, which most of your people are aware of.
Those are all lies. Everything you just said is a lie.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm going to tell the true story here. So as you guys know, I've been immaculate with coming out with these episodes consistently. I still got to get used to this because you're here and the camera's here. Because I've been moving. Okay. You can see this shit show behind me. I got TVs on the floor. I got boxes over here. I got a lamp. I got to pull off the ceiling because it's fucking horrible. I have my camera on a wine bottle. Krystal's telling me to get in front of get in front of natural light. It'll make you look better. Natural light's over there. And I'd have to sit on everything's fucking disaster. Okay. So that's been the beginning of the week. So that's why we didn't get an episode out early in the week. And then at the end of the week, I spoke to Miss Tini and I said, let's record on Friday, to which you had some shit going on. And then you said you're going down the shore all weekend, right? Am I fair so far? Okay.
But I said that I could make time if you wanted to film.
You did say that. And then I said, okay, you know what? My day's a fucking shit show. It's a disaster. Everything's going on. So let's record this weekend. You were down the shore. So I said, okay. And you said, maybe I'll find time down the shore, whatever. So I basically just wrote it off as you're not available this week.
You disappeared for a good 7 months before this.
That's not what we're fucking even talking about.
I know.
We're talking about right now.
About the fact that I have a love-hate relationship with you because
I'm awesome.
Tommy that's actually on the phone is the best. Tommy that's not on the phone is the worst. Because Tommy that's not on the phone has 6 different cell phones and doesn't answer any of them.
Well, if you had the fucking
on Instagram.
If you had the fucking cabal coming at your head and you had to have 16 VPNs and 4 different phones and had 40 accounts deleted.
I know.
But anyway, so Krystal fucked up the weekend. Definitely her fault. I don't even remember Monday. What happened on Monday? Oh, you fucking, on Monday, I went to record first thing in the morning on Monday. And you fucking tried to teach me a fucking lesson like you're my fucking mother and didn't respond for 6 hours.
That's correct.
Such a bitch.
I don't jump when Tommy G says jump.
Well, you should. It's a good routine to get into. So Monday got fucked up because of Krystal. And then yesterday I slept in a Jeep all night. I told you this story, but they should hear it. So yesterday we were going to record and I locked myself out of my apartment and had no keys to get in, had nothing, no way to get back in, nothing. And called my friend. I was going to stay by his house because I couldn't get in because it's like a very wealthy community here. So everyone goes to bed at like fucking 8 o'clock. So no lights were on. No one was available. Waited in a parking lot in the humidity for an hour. And then my friend Bill had to drive here with his truck because I was going to stay at his house, but he had family over. I didn't want to deal with that. So he drives here with his truck and I'm like, I'll just hang out in the truck because I can't get to my truck. So I was going to stay in his truck and stay there until someone came 5.5 hours later, until someone came. So I was sleeping in a truck in a parking lot till 3:30 in the morning last night. And now I'm here.
Yeah, you're manifesting chaos, but that's another story.
You're the fucking chaos. You're chaos. You're the chaos I manifest. So let's do this first, since I'm assuming most of my followers know you. Most of my followers are gone. So after being deleted, but the ones that are here still know you. So Twitter handles at Krystal Tini with a K, K-R-Y.
I don't do Twitter.
Oh, Instagram, whatever. Fucking Instagram handle. Krystal Tini. You need to do Twitter. We need to get your Twitter.
Horrible.
Yeah. Instagram, Krystal Tini, Tini. She is the second best teenie on the internet to her brother. You have a lot of stuff. I want you to kind of pretend like my people don't know you in a quick version. Just like, what are you doing right now? What are you up to? What are you promoting? I see you're doing a lot of the detox stuff on there. You got a great company you're working with for that. You have merch out. So give us a rundown on where we're at, and then we'll get into the fucking chaos.
Basically, I lived, eat, and breathe dance my whole life. Was a professional dancer out of high school. Got into the entertainment business. Absolutely love anything art. And then once 2020 hit, I was on a world tour for 3 years too, by the way. And then December, what?
For porn?
No.
Oh.
Hair and makeup.
Damn. Not as exciting.
For a rock band, yes.
Oh, yeah? For a rock band?
Yes.
For who? Am I allowed to know?
No, I don't want to say on here.
So it's important. That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, they're world renowned. They're legends.
All right, I'll find out.
So I was on tour for until December of 2019. Then 2020 came around. We were in London in February. This was the end of February, and all these people started to wear masks, and they're like, yeah, there's this virus coming out or whatever. So me and my sister were like, what the hell is this? So we flew back to the US. And then shit hit the fan. Everything closed down. So I saw my mom having a meltdown every single day. All she was doing was watching the news. She was watching Fox every single day. They're talking about the death count and this and that and that. So I just got really fed up and was like, so sick of seeing people. I mean, God, this is like, I've said this a million times, and here we are, how many months later? Like, even at the very 2 weeks of this, when it first started, I was like, this is disgusting how many people are following what everybody else is doing. Like, without even thinking logically about this, like, where's all the dead people? This is so dangerous and all this stuff. So I made this video that went viral. And ever since then, I've really been a freedom fighter. And I never in a million years, if you asked me last year or any other time in my life, like, you're going to be an activist, you're going to be a freedom fighter, you're going to be, educating people on 5G and all this stuff. I would have never in a million years. Like, I always had a big mouth. I've always been a leader, but never to the point where I thought that I would be advocating for people's rights and things like that. And so it kind of literally just snowballed all the way to here. My page blew up really fast. I was called a shill, a honeypot, a paid agent, all kinds of things. Tommy G thought I was a shill for a while.
I did. I thought you were a honeypot.
I didn't even know what any of these terms meant. I was like,
I know, I taught them to you.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what any of this is, but I'm being called it. Mm-hmm. And you're basically like, yeah, it's not a term of endearment. And I'm like, oh, okay. But I mean, it was all just like so crazy. And I met Tommy through this chaos. So that kind of leads me to where I am now. I'm very much into holistic wellness. I'm trying to get this idiot to stop smoking.
I smoked a cigarette right before we started.
Yeah. And to do detoxes and stuff. Like, I'm super into that. And I am all for people's wellness, since no one else seems to want to televise how we should strengthen the immune system and everything else. So Tommy was saying about my detoxes that I'm doing a heavy metal detox. He's probably going to do that also. I am. I'm committed to it. That's the one. So you want me to quit smoking? That's never fucking happening. But yes, that's number one. Write it down on your little Post-it. Right. Note. So what I'm going to do, I did make a commitment. And those of you who follow Krystal and follow her videos know she's phenomenal people on there. Like, really, like your lives are awesome. You have great people that I'd never heard of. And then they come on and they're just fantastic, which I like, because everyone's always trying to bring the big name people on with the 500,000. I can't do that. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I like what you do, where you're kind of bringing up those hidden gems in the communities and stuff. And I fell into a little rabbit hole in one of your detox videos, and I called you about it.
And it's, what is it? The heavy metal detox, you said?
Oh, I thought you were talking about urine therapy. We'll get to that.
No. I want to, you look great right now. I don't need people thinking about you drinking your own piss yet. Like, let's
okay.
Let it get an hour before we get to that. But no, you're the one where I don't have to drink my own piss. What was it? Where I could spray myself?
Yeah, it's called Pure Body Extra. And it's literally distilled water and zeolites. Zeolites are naturally mined out of the US. A lot of people know about the company called TRS, and TRS is actually the synthetic man-made version of zeolites, which I don't do anything synthetic. This is the natural version. So it has helped kids with autism. It's safe for kids, adults, pets, even. I give it to Leo, my dog, because we all have toxic heavy metals in our system, and most people are completely unaware of what that even means. If any of us have been vaccinated from when we were kids, those heavy metals are stuck in your body in all different places, probably in vital organs. If you're eating fish, there's mercury obviously in that. If you work on a construction site, you're exposed to heavy metals. When you have toxins like Tommy G inhales however many times a day with cigarettes, there's all kinds of stuff that we're exposed to that are toxic heavy metals that need to leave the body. Also, since I'm really big with 5G, if you have a lot of toxic heavy metals in your system, for example, if you put foil in the microwave, what'll happen? It'll start to spark. So if you have a lot of those toxins in your system and you're exposed to these really high levels of radiation, even if it's your cell phone, your Wi-Fi router, any of those things which we are exposed to, you're getting lit up inside your body, and it's causing things that you wouldn't even relate to toxic heavy metals, even if it's something as minor as a headache, intestinal issues, gut issues. If you have even depression, bipolar, a lot of those things are from toxic heavy metals collecting in your brain. So that's kind of like the short end of it, but it's been really great for me. People with brain fog, sinusitis, kids that have stuttering problems, on the spectrum of autism that weren't able to talk are now speaking in sentences after taking this. So it's really, toxic heavy metals are detrimental to our health, but most people wouldn't relate the issues they're having with heavy metals in your body. Right. So especially someone like you're so toxic, you'll notice like really soon, like the difference. So
I've done a lot of drugs. I was going to wear a shirt that was one of my favorites that matched the hat that said "Traveling Cocaine Circus" from the Michael Jordan documentary. But I know your followers are a little more sophisticated than mine. Mine's a fucking madhouse. Yours are a little more like, women who are respectable. So I figured I would leave that off for you so that you could possibly promote a screenshot or a video for you.
Right. That would be awesome to just have that.
Traveling cocaine circus. But yeah, with all the drugs and shit I've done throughout my life, with all the cigarettes I've smoked, my life, I lived off Hot Pockets for 8 years when I was broke.
Oh my God.
Like everything I fucking do ends up in the microwave. You used to yell at me because I would sleep with my cell phone on my chest. Like pretty much I know.
Yeah.
I stopped. I think about the yelling every time I did it, but yeah, so I do everything wrong. So I need to start fixing it a little bit. So I figured the best way to do that would be to start this. And you said, this is easy. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to try it. And then I will report back probably how long until I can tell if anything's happening.
I mean, honestly, within 2 days. So I had a really bad migraine for 2 days straight. I started the Pure Body Extra 2 days before that. And by day 2.5, it was completely gone. And I don't take any kind of Motrin or anything like that. Just all holistic stuff, but the Pure Body Extra, it was gone. And then I started to get like congested a little bit. So when you do a detox, you're going to notice, and everybody's going to notice something different. Some people had really bad chronic constipation, and then they could go to the bathroom after you've taken this stuff. So you just don't know where things are collecting. So everyone's detox is going to be different. But the thing is, it's a very gentle detox. It's not like you're going to go to the toilet and have to like shit yourself. So this is like super gentle, but you will start to notice, like maybe you can think more clearly. Maybe your stomach doesn't bother you. People that had really bad eczema, it cured their eczema. I can't say cure, but I can say that it helped to alleviate some of those symptoms. So that's like something really to look forward to. And you can take it. People are like, well, how long can you take it? You can take it indefinitely, because literally the air that we breathe, and if we're going to talk chemtrails or anything like that, what the hell do you think that all is? Mm-hmm. Even me as a vegan, it's like, oh, I don't have a lot of toxic heavy metals. The soil is completely done with metals because of all the rain, everything. So you can't really escape it.
And so will it help me make podcasts on time?
I mean, I'm not going to go out on a limb and say yes, because you just need to get your shit together. So
we'll see.
maybe
So if I miss the next podcast after taking the detox, I'm going to blame it on the detox. Is there like, do you have a discount code or something? Do you have something that they could use?
You're going to have to put a link. You have to put a link up for it, because it's not a discount code. It's just a link. And you can get your first bottle for $13.83 or something like that.
What's it normally go for?
It's normally 63. So after your first month, it's 63 on auto ship. But if you want, you could cancel it literally at any time. So you're not like bind into anything.
That's all right. So you're going to buy me my first bottle. That's great. I appreciate it. You're my sugar mommy. All right.
It's already on its way.
All right. So I guess just go to your page, right? Go to at Krystal Tini, and you'll be
in my link tree, which you're also a fan of.
It's in your link tree with fucking 17,000 other fucking things. Dude, your link tree is the big, I love you to death, but your link tree is a shit show. It's a fucking
party.
Dude, no, it's not a party. It's a disaster. You got to witness me before the show running around rampant, taping fucking, webcams to fucking screen, doing all that. Your link tree is basically like me. That's what it is. I'm looking at it right now, and you guys have to do this. Go to Krystal Tini if you're listening right now on the audio version, and go. I mean, you see the heavy metal detox, right? That's your thing. You've been doing a lot of videos with it. It's been great, right? Wellness team. You have and then legal regarding the Vacc, vaccine protocol, Tesla biohealing, I mean, like on and on and on. Who the fuck is scrolling through all of this on a link tree?
Everybody.
7 things.
Important stuff.
You're
There's
supposed
EMF readers, EMF stickers. Like, this is important stuff.
All right, I will Venmo $20 to anyone who could fucking go through all of Krystal Tini's links and then pass a quiz that I'm going to post on Instagram. Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to do a quiz. Anyone who could pass the quiz, I'm going to Venmo you $20. So, and it'd probably be multiple people. So we'll do that. We'll play a little game. So, So to talk about some of the topical things that are going on right now, you told me that the MyPillow guy was going to save the world yesterday. So I just wanted to make sure that happened, because you said I was going to wake up in a whole new world, and
That's
I told
not what
you.
I said.
Yeah, you did.
I was being sarcastic about that part, but he is. So I've been watching a lot of it. This is day 2 we're on right now.
I watched 10 minutes of it until I wanted to shoot myself in the head.
Okay, 10 minutes is not like a lot.
It was. Listen, let's be honest. I appreciate, and I'll let you go on your rant. I appreciate him for what he's doing. Okay. I do not buy into that he's like fucking going to do anything about anything, because he's not. But the same way I said, I don't trust Lynn Wood. I don't trust Tucker Carlson. I don't trust Sidney Powell. I don't trust Giuliani. I don't trust this one. I don't trust anyone, because, as people remember, I was fed information, which is like a black scarlet letter. I think I have an A on here. My scarlet letter A on my chest forever, because when I was getting deep into this, I got a call from Bernie Kerik. You guys know who Bernie Kerik is. He's right in the circle with Sidney Powell and Giuliani and all them, on the stage with Trump and stuff. I got a call from Bernie Kerik's son, relaying message from Bernie Kerik that came to me. I didn't hunt it down. They sought me out through one of my friends, fed me this information, took me off a live Discord, brought me to a postal station. They said, drive to this postal station, park in here, and look up. And when I looked up, there was this fucking camera pointed directly at the back door of the postal station out of nowhere. And I'm like, holy shit, this is real. And I did my research. I looked into who it was. I looked into where the information came from. I said, I'm getting information from the source. So I went out with this. They got the election. Everything's done. The tapes are coming out, and it made me look like a fucking asshole. So guess what? I don't trust any motherfucker anymore, including the MyPillow guy. Okay. So what I said was, the MyPillow guy was going to go and host a rally. And that's what this was. And I'm all about rally. It was a fucking rally.
No, it's not.
It was a fucking rally.
It was, because it's still happening right now. So
it's going to go on for another 6 months. It's a rally.
This is not a rally.
It's a bunch of people going up saying the same thing that we already knew, right? Which is awesome. I love rallies. I love the information dump, Chris. There ain't a single motherfucking thing that's coming from this 3-day symposium, is what I told you. 0.0%.
And I said to you, I hope that I can prove you wrong.
And you can't, because nothing's going to come from it. What the fuck's going to happen? What happened yesterday? 8 p.m. We were supposed to fucking get Biden out of office.
I was getting to that.
Go.
Mike Lindell made an announcement that he's going to announce whatever he was going to on Thursday.
Oh, wow. Tomorrow. Coincidentally, 3 days after you get to watch all the entire thing so you don't leave early. Odd.
I mean, he is the king of marketing, but anyway.
And he's great at marketing, but that's what he's doing.
Okay. So it's not a rally, and I'll tell you why. There are 47 states that are present. Okay. There are different people from 47 different states. The only people that aren't there are Hawaii. I don't know if it was Connecticut, and it was supposed to be Rhode Island or Delaware, but then a couple of them ended up showing up or vice versa. So I'm not sure which ones they were, but 47 states out of 50 is a pretty big deal for them to show up.
Similar to a rally when people fly in for it. Go on. Go on.
So they have all different kind of
speakers,
witness testimonies and experts.
Speakers like a rally does.
That are showing all of the evidence from all different states. They have different breakout rooms. I think it was a really great thing because you have, like yesterday, there was, I think, a couple of million people live streaming with them on Rumble. Our current president can't get 300 people to watch his speech from the White House.
I agree.
So there's a lot of people that are interested in this. They had representatives from other countries come to this. I told you yesterday about the guy from Brazil. It was I don't know if he's a prime minister or president, but his son was speaking yesterday that the same thing is now happening in their country. They want his father out of office. So at the very least, I think it's extremely eye-opening for people to witness, because when you hear this, when this is hearsay for the last 10 months or whatever it is, people are just like, oh, whatever, they stole the election. But when you don't know to what extent, and you can actually look at this information and data and hear people talk about this that are experts, that are the best in the world, that is very impactful. And I think it was definitely necessary and needed. And I can only hope that something comes from this, even though that you think that nothing is going to come from this.
I don't think nothing's going to come from it. I know for a fact nothing's going to come from it. But
okay.
So what I will tell you. So what I will.
We're going to make that a GIF. Is that what is it called? GIF, a GIF?
GIF, yeah. What are you looking at? You got someone over there? Who are you looking at over there? We just thinking, looking up? Do you have someone feeding you information?
Yeah, someone is right off camera feeding me.
Tell them I said hi. Is it Ronnie?
Oh, if it was Ronnie, he would be sitting on top of me.
Oh, dude, if it was Ronnie, I'd be cutting you out of the screen.
Ronnie said, I replied to his request. He said, I thought I accepted him. I said,
so Ronnie doesn't even know my name, which makes me love him even more. So Krystal's brother, Ronnie, is my favorite personality on the internet. I'm literally only talking to Chris. Dude, he followed me now. It's huge.
You've been trying to get to my brother through me for like a year now.
Oh yeah, dude, you got to keep in mind before I got deleted, I had 250,000 Twitter followers, 150,000 Instagram followers, and 200,000 people an episode listening to my podcast. And all I cared about was Ronnie Tini following me back. Like that's literally all I cared about. But Krystal's brother is the fucking shit. He's the fucking man. So I'm going to do a show with him one day. He's nuts.
You have to.
Psycho.
But like I said, getting him to commit to something is another story. But
well, I mean, look at me. We're supposed to record this last Tuesday. We're doing it the next Thursday. So it's perfect.
Well, you had every excuse in the book and you blamed me. So now that we're admitting that it was your fault, awesome. Thank you.
No. I just always blame you for everything. So back to the My Pillow guy. So I have been let down by too many people over my life.
I get it.
And
we all have. Look where we're at right now.
Listen, 100%. None of them have saved us. None of them have done anything. And the more that they promise to save us, the more that I get pissed at them. I checked out of everything in December of last year for the whole, like, no, nothing's happening April 1st. Nothing's happening this day. Nothing's happening that day. I'm out. Like, I'm not out of the movement. I'm out of the fucking thinking that the fucking people are going to come fucking save us. I don't think that's what's going to happen. So my thing with Lindell is, if this was presented, I'm just done with the manipulation. I'm done being manipulated. I'm done being lied to. If this was presented as, listen, we're going to have a 3-day rally where we're going to have breakout rooms and we're going to do a seminar and we're going to exchange data and information and compile everything we have on election fraud so that you're all more educated, who watch this, and we can all go out and fight this battle against the libtards and all that in a more educated sense with professional people. Bet all in. I'd have been tweeting about it. But the second you fucking tell me that at 8 p.m. on Wednesday night, you're going to fucking get Biden to step out of office. Now you went from awesome to go fuck yourself.
Why? Who said that they were getting Biden to step out of office?
Oh, she was talking about the shit that I'm going to reveal. This was at the beginning. It's going to make people step down and we're
Thursday. He said Thursday.
It's never happening. There's nothing. Here's what's going to happen. 98% of what you're watching at this symposium.
I hope you're so wrong.
I hope I'm wrong too. I'd love nothing more than to be wrong. I pray that I'm wrong, but I just keep being right. So 98% of the stuff that we saw in this symposium that you're going to see is already on the internet. The Brazil guy's already on the internet. The people that spoke in there already tweeted about what they said. Everything there is already on the internet. The nice thing about this is it's going to give you a nice packet in 72 hours. But there ain't a single fucking thing that's happening over this 3 days that's new. So what's going to happen is he's going to.
Tom, do you know how many people don't have a clue what's going on? They know
it's not new. Right.
They know that there was election fraud, but they've never seen all of this evidence.
But guess what? No one's watching 72 hours of this, so they're not seeing it now outside of you and the hardcore patriots who already fucking know it. Okay? So my mom's not watching it. My aunt's not watching it. No one even knows it's fucking happening outside of the 1.5 million heart. I'm just telling you the reality. And I know people don't want to fucking hear this. And this is why I lose followers and friends and fans. I don't fucking care. This isn't for anyone else anymore. This is for me. And me and you have these fights all the time because you're the hopeful, optimistic patriot. And I'm the glass half empty. Let's get ready to fucking go to war patriot. No one, everything's fucking bullshit. Everyone's a shill and they're going to come cut our heads off. Right?
That's a good, yes. That's a
right.
Good
and it's a good mix and it's a good combination. But what I am telling you is absolutely nothing will come out of this except more information, which is great. That's awesome. And if then that information is taken and used to put on the internet in smaller doses, because no fucking liberal or moderate is going to watch 5 minutes of this. I turned it off after 15 because it was so boring. So you're not going to get to people unless you're yelling or screaming or entertaining or beautiful or funny, or you have to have a thing to catch them. That shit was boring as fuck. And yes, there's 1 million people watching it, but there's 5 million hardcore motherfucking gangster ass patriots, right? Those are the people watching it.
Watching.
Right. I watched 15 minutes. So like when you look at me, you're not getting me. You're getting the people that are banging the keyboards all day watching it. You're getting Krystal Tini watching it for fucking 20 hours. It's great. But you already know all this shit. And you're just learning more to weaponize you to spread the word better. So if that's what people will admit that it is, to weaponize Krystal Tini, to weaponize the Q movement, to weaponize people who watch it, to then get their followers to get a more educated understanding of what's going on, bet. But ain't motherfucking shit happening on Thursday that's going to change the world, just like it wasn't happening on fucking Wednesday.
We'll
and it ain't happening next week.
We'll just have to see.
Well, the nice thing is it's coming, darling. It's coming. So
yeah.
But anyway, what do you want to talk about next?
There's a lot of things. Okay. This is not anything political, but yesterday you and I were having a conversation about Instagram and all these people that
Insta whores.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I think, yes, it's great to like capitalize off of your following and things like that. But when you're like shoving your stuff down people's throats, like I feel like that's just not very genuine. You know, it's now no longer about the cause. It's about how much money can I make from posting this video? And I think that that's really a shitty thing to do. And people are like not even embarrassed by that at all. They're like, go to my shop and buy my shirts. And, you know, like, don't forget to buy this shirt. It's just like, oh, it's like you said yesterday, cringe. Like it's cringe.
It's getting to be a lot. And it's like, I did a whole rant on the last podcast saying, listen, I run a sports gambling and fantasy company. That's what I did before you even knew who the fuck I was, half you people, right? So I'm still going to run that. And I used my social media platforms to run my business. So I'm still going to work in my business into my following, but I'm going to be respectful enough that 80% of it is information or me being crazy or whatever it is. And then when I have something to promote, I'm going to promote it. These people, these Instagram girls, I wanted to know, I have 2 questions for you. So one, do they realize that when they start their Instagram lives and they're fixing all their shit? I saw you mention it on your thing. Like, do they realize how cringeworthy that fucking is with them?
Okay, this is how it goes. This is how it goes. Like this.
Yeah.
Oh, hey guys. And then we went with this one. They're reading the comments.
Yeah.
You are so gorgeous. Oh my God, thank you. I'll just wait for a few more people to jump on. It's like you're live right now. So regardless, if you know that you're going to upload this video, as soon as you press that live button, it's like we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's up, everybody? And you start right away. Okay.
Right.
This is like film school, like 101 type shit.
Right.
Like, you don't sit there and fix yourself while you're live, and then you upload that, and people are watching you literally.
It's so weird. And they change the filters. They're like clicking the filters.
Grotesque. Like, fix that before you go live. Get yourself together.
Right.
And then as soon as you go live, what's up, everybody? Can't wait to talk about 5G today. Whatever the subject's going to be.
And don't say hi, friends, because I want to kill you. And don't say,
hey, friends.
Hey, guys.
Hey, guys.
Like, shut up. Every time I hear a girl start a thing with, hey, guys, just here today to tell you that this life-changing, like, no, fuck you. Like, it fucking makes me angry.
I think I did that in one of my stories today. I was like, oh my God, I totally said it.
No, it's
like,
okay to do it once in a while. I'll do it once in a while. Like, hey, guys. But when that's like your permanent, like,
your
what
opening, your opening line.
Yeah. If your opening line is as fucking unoriginal as, hey, guys, or hi, friends.
No. But the thing is there are some people that will literally do the same opening every time they go live.
Mm-hmm. But make it cool then. Make it.
You click. It's literally the same.
Make it your own then, at least. Make it like, what up? Let's get weird. Or what up, motherfuckers? Or something that's you, at least. That's brandable.
Right.
But so here's the thing. So we talked a little bit about the influencers pushing shit down our throat. I had a whole, me and you argue about everything basically, because you believe fucking everything that has hope attached to it. And I have to call you up and basically just tell you that you're fucking retarded and none of this is happening. And you almost cry. And then you call me and tell me I was right. So
all that never happened.
Okay. Minus the cry thing, but you do tell me I was right a lot, but,
not even.
Well, no, after you get let down by all these.
No, sometimes. Okay. Sure.
The nonsense thing. When there's dates attached to them, yeah, you have to tell me I'm right because you were wrong because it passed. Like on Friday when I call you going, well, did you buy any pillows? Because that's all that came out of that. So the one thing I was going to say is I'm getting fucking pissed off at, and this is why I don't trust Lindell even 100% or Candace Owens, Pasobic, any of them. I mean, the way Candace Owens pushed the fucking freedom phone, like jamming code Candace down everyone's fucking throat for like weeks. And I'm like, dude, this phone is obviously a honeypot. This is obviously a trap to get all the patriots to go talk about our plans on this fucking phone. Yeah. I mean, you fucking retarded. They just did it with Parler. And now you're going to go buy the Freedom phone. The phone's made in China. It's literally a Chinese phone with a Google Play interface. Like, are you fucking retarded? So, and then seeing Candace Owens just push the shit out of it. You know, I'm like, what the fuck is she doing? Like, so now, now I don't know what's up with that. You see Pasobic. I mean, how many fucking pillows can you buy from Pasobic? I mean, everything is fucking promo code Pozo. And it's like, well, I thought the Q movement told us that Jack Pasobic was a psyop because I'm 99.999% sure the whole movement wrote him off as a psyop in a plant. Yet now he's tied to Lindell and we're fine with it. He's tied to One America Network and we're cool with it. Like, you can't pick and choose, bro. Like, if you're saying someone's bad, then fucking they have to be bad. And then the last thing here, and I'll let you talk, is the Chet Hanks thing. Chet Hanks, I had a fucking issue with over the summer. You remember? So I did a whole thread on his ass, his Illuminati videos, and I got him to literally delete half his Instagram page the next day, right after my thread. And so, like, he knows who the fuck I am, right? And we all hate him because he's satanic. He worships the fucking devil. Everyone was talking about his Illuminati shit. All of a sudden, the dude does a funny video, which I retweeted. I thought it was great. A funny video about fuck the vaccine, fuck the masks. And now everyone's pro Chet Hanks. Like this identity politics of forgetting that this dude is a fucking Satanist and pedophile, Tom Hanks' son. And now we love him because he thinks like us. Like, that's dangerous. That's the left.
That's true. I agree with you on that 100%. I don't disagree with that. I saw the video.
Touch on any of that you want, because I talked for too long.
No, I agree with you with that whole thing with him, because it was like, that's all everyone was talking about. And it's like, okay, well, where's your dad? You know, you're talking about like, fuck the vaccine or whatever. And you're right. People literally will just flip flop with things. And it's like, obviously you have to use your discernment. It's like cool if you like agree with what he says. We agree with what he is saying.
I agree with what he said.
It doesn't mean we now go follow him and praise him and be like, yeah, dude, you're bad as shit. Like, you have to be careful with all this stuff because, okay, so he posts about that. So then what if he starts to lead you in another direction with other things? Like, it's just a bait and switch kind of thing. And you have to just be really careful with that.
Or Krystal, what if he believes he worships the devil, is a part of the Illuminati, could be fucking a pedo, or his dad's a pedo or murder? What if all that's real, but he still fucking hates masks and the vaccine? Why can't that be true?
Right.
Why do people always have to put everyone in such a linear box, and they do it with me all the time? That's why I'm pissed about it. And that's why I don't give a fuck, because Tommy G red pilled me over the summer and Tommy G turned me on to this. And I love Tommy G until Tommy G says Lynn Wood's a fraud. Then Tommy G's a psyop. It's like, why can't we just disagree on that one thing?
They want people to be open-minded. Like, they say the left is like, they only think one way. Well, the right is starting to be exactly the same way.
Mm-hmm. Yep. If you say
we're
what we
blaming
like,
people for one thing and we're doing the exact same thing. Like, I don't believe in that. Like, have your own thoughts, have your own opinions, but allow other people to have their own thoughts and opinions.
Right.
When I get into things and talk about consciousness, when I have Janine on my page, she'll start to talk about Jesus and stuff, and then people get crazy. They can agree with her with everything, but the minute you mention something that they don't like, she's a witch and she's, it's just this crazy way of thinking. Like, we're all on our own journeys. We're all on our own paths. Allow people to think what they want or believe what they want. And you can still like that person, even if you disagree with them. That is the biggest point that you have to get across, is that when all this political war, is in action, you can only think one way. And if you dare step out of line, we will fucking bash you. We will blacklist you and you're done. That's not the way life is.
And it pisses me off a lot. I don't mean to be talking about myself in this light, but I mean, it's kind of true. Like, I felt like this summer with that boom that I had and the boom that you had, we were thrown into a leadership role, right? Like, we didn't ask for it. You didn't know you were going to go viral. I didn't know my threads were going to go crazy. Like, it just happened. Right. And people wanted to hear more, and we gave them more. Right. And we gave them everything. Honestly, we gave them too much, because the bottom line is, my life for the whole year, I didn't run a single fucking ad on my podcast. I didn't do a single Patreon. I mean, I do have the luxury of being financially well off, but I still didn't do it just because I already had the blue check mark and I came from the radio industry. I wanted people to understand that from March to November 3rd, I'm in this for one mission, and that's get Trump in office, right? Like, that was my sole mission. After November 3rd, we'll start talking about gambling sites and all that kind of stuff, and I'll get back to business and focusing on me. Right. But the problem with it was that this movement was built. And the reason I went to Instagram from Twitter at one point was because this was about sex trafficking. This was about saving the children. This was about exposing pedophilia. This was about exposing 5G, which you were doing. This was about exposing the fake mask mandates and the virus and the vaccine that was coming. That's what this was about. And somewhere late summer, early winter, when the Q stuff started to become national, that movement that was giving phenomenal information, the Q posts were phenomenal. There was so much amazing information from there. What happens is too many fucking retards took over the movement, right? So when they took us down, they took, myself and Inevitable ET, and a lot of us went down like on the same day. When they took us down, fucking retards took our place, right? And you now moved into this group of leaders in the movement who were basically, you need to believe Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior. You need to be a Christian. You need to hate Jews. You need to do this. You need to believe that this is wrong. If you don't trust this guy, if Tucker Carlson said something wrong, he's a psyop. And if you ever retweet him, you're the devil. And this guy's and he took these morons who haven't been in this for 25 years like I have, or, as long as you have, and they just turned it into a fucking mini cult. And I just had to step out. And now I'm hoping we're all coming back in with a clearer head of that free thought, because I think it's been gone, Chris. I think people are afraid to think freely, especially on topics like religion, because they're afraid that they're going to lose followers or lose fans. And me and you just don't care.
Like, you and I do not care,
at all. Zero.
They just pander to whatever their following is and whatever, it's like, we're trying to do what's right. We're not trying to get clickbait. And like, even Benny Johnson, like, I followed him for so long, and now every one of his videos are just clickbait. He's like, Jen Psaki has full on meltdown. She literally like is talking normal. She doesn't get up.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this is a disgrace.
Yeah.
And it's all for clicks. It's all for views. It's all to create this big illusion of who these people are. And we have been in the leadership roles in this movement and all for the right reasons. And a lot of these people initially, I think, were in it for the right reasons, but now it's all like dollar signs are first, and then it's the news second.
Yep. And it's hard not to get lost in it. I mean, I think the reason why we didn't get lost in it is because we're both, we're successful before this, right? Like, and let's be honest, I'm not fucking sugarcoating this shit. We're both good looking people who get laid and fucking have fun and party with rock stars and fucking hang out with athletes. And we live a fucking dope ass life, both of us, right? So 95% of these people are fucking nerds who no one knew who the fuck they were. They had 115 followers and then they wrote a couple cool threads and all of a sudden they're popular and they don't know how to deal with fame. They don't know how to deal with being a leader because they're fucking nerds. They don't know how to do anything. And it's great. You need those people. I love the nerds. I coddled them and hung out with them and retweeted them. And it's great. I love them. I was in AP classes and used to hang out used to play basketball with the Indian kids and the skaters, but the bottom line is they're not leaders. And when you put people in a position of leadership that are not fucking built to lead,
they're easily swayed.
There's only 1% wolves out there. There's only 1% lions. And there's too many people who correlated their following to their leadership role. And then they started drifting everyone down the religious thing, drifting everyone over here. And next thing you know, you're a psyop. I'm a psyop. Why are we all getting called psyops and fraud? Because they're threatened by us. Because we were the people who fucking had the big followings and were swinging swords and fighting with celebrities. And now they want to be that person. So they got to knock down everyone who is a threat to their title as leader of the movement. And I think that's the biggest threat right now.
It's true. And it's not helping anybody. And even I've noticed with a lot of the Black conservatives, they're starting to fight wars with each other. Mm-hmm. And it's like, we're already so divided. Then you have these subgroups that are now fighting with each other because they don't like the way they're doing something. Like I said, we're all on our own journey, no matter what it is. Let people do their thing. If they're trying to help, just let them do it. Even if you don't agree with it, you don't have to.
I agree with that. I did a whole podcast on, you were one of them. You were one of the girls that I brought up when you were first getting big, and I was, promoting you a lot, and a lot of other girls who were kind of a little wild thing, and a lot of girls who were getting into this who, were sexy and had some pictures of them in bikinis and, did modeling and stuff like that on their site. Maybe even some of them had an OnlyFans. There's a few that had OnlyFans, and I didn't. Not you.
People were like, "Do you have an OnlyFans?" I'm like, "No, I don't."
I asked you if you did.
That would be me cursing you out. That would be my OnlyFans.
Yeah, that actually may be hot. Get naked
fully
and get the fuck off. But I was promoting a lot of them on Instagram, and I was getting, who the worst is, and I hate to say it because I don't get in the middle of religion because I believe in God. I have my faith. I'm very spiritual. I'm very connected to the universe. I believe there's a God. I just believe organized religion is a little fucking retarded sometimes. And that's my
Catholic, I'm sure.
I grew up Catholic, right? So most of my analysis was that everything leads to the fucking Vatican. So once I figured that out, I stepped all the way the fuck out. So I'm moving back in, but slowly with trepidation, right? Yeah. But I'm very religious and very spiritual and very for everyone having their own religions. But the worst people were, I would promote some of these girls who were fucking doing dope threads and dope content on Instagram about sex trafficking and exposing shit. And they had an OnlyFans, and all the fucking Catholics would come flying in like, you shouldn't be naked. God is mad. And like, shut the fuck up. Like, you're losing sight of the fact that they're on our team. Who gives a shit if they have flaws? Jesus was flawed, right? Like, who cares if they were flawed? We need them. And like you said, you nailed it. Once the army started segregating and people started eating their own, I had to shut down my whole Gilded in Discord because it got so toxic. Like, I was like, I don't need you fucking people telling me this shit because I didn't show up for a week because I was doing something, and now my dad's a police chief in New York City. I haven't seen my dad in 30 years. He was selling fucking pastrami sandwiches in Florida last time I saw him. They're saying because the guy had my last name, I'm a fucking narc and shit. Like, go fuck your mother. So I basically we have to stop that. We got to get back to where we were in March and April, where everyone just accepts each other.
Yeah. But even now, I'm starting to see, and just from comments alone, people that actually were inoculated that are now, NBC 10 posted like, Philadelphia starting tonight at midnight, you have to wear masks indoors and whatever. And there's people that were already vaccinated. Like, we're not doing this. You told us if we got vaccinated, we wouldn't have to wear masks. So hopefully that'll be the turning point for unification, because at some point you have to realize, like, are you kidding me? Like, we've been doing this for how long? And you said to do X, Y, and Z. We did all of these things and now nothing has changed. Yep. You got to be dead if you don't see this yet.
Yeah. I mean, the ideological subversion runs deep, right? Like, these people are literally not even human anymore. Like, me and you talk about it. I don't even look at them as the same species as me, right? And they're never coming back. Like, there's 25% of the country that's never coming back. And we need to understand that they're gone forever. Like, it's almost like, you ever watch The Walking Dead?
Yeah.
When they get infected and it's like, well, I got to blow her head off. Like, fucking shit. She's bit, like, they're bit, they're gone. We just got to say, and then there's half of us, luckily 50% of us that are on the right side of history here and understand what's going on. But it's that other 25% that isn't on our side, but isn't a zombie yet, that we really need to pull over. And I think this will help. Do you think we're going to go into another lockdown? Do you think we're walking into that?
I think they're going to try it, but I don't know at this point how many people are going to go along with it. I mean, there's people all over the beach, and I mean, it's the summertime. Do you really think people are going to be like, oh, okay, sure, I'm going to march into my house and sit there until you tell me I can leave again? Right. I think enough people are like, are you out of your mind? You think I'm going to close my business again? Like, you really think this is going to happen? I don't know. I saw an article. I think I did send it to you. And of course you didn't answer. I sent you an article.
I never read it.
It's not really an article though. It's a clip from the article that said that there is I don't know if it's US Army or US military that is in New York that are practicing for, they're doing drills. So we already know when they're doing drills, what happened with the Boston bombing, what happened the day before with, 9/11, they did drills. There was drills before every single false flag event. Right. So I don't know what's going on with that. We hear so many things every day, and people, like, today was supposed to be the emergency broadcast. That didn't happen.
I got it.
You did?
Yeah, I did. At 2:20.
Oh, so it did happen.
I didn't get it on my VPN phone. I did get it on one of my phones.
So it did happen. Okay.
I was on the phone with my brother. He didn't get it. So it was weird. I was like, fuck, why did I get it? And he didn't, but I did watch a couple minutes of that video that you sent, and that was supposed to happen. I think it did, but I don't think it was.
So then it did, because I shut my phone off because he said to shut it off. So I shut my phone off.
Right. I was actually pissed.
You shut your phone off, but you were going to say, go fuck yourself. So
no. See, that's something that I'll do, because I'm still a fucking, truther, right? I still believe the fucking, we're in a hollow earth and space is faking gay and there is no moon. Like, I still buy into all of it. I just like the 220 thing I wanted to do, because that's simple, Chris. It's 60 seconds of my time, right?
You're
like,
still attached to your stupid phone. So
I actually watched your stupid fucking video and actually was gonna do it, and then it went off as I lost track of time.
Yes.
And now I'm zapped. They got me.
They didn't get me because my phone was off.
They get you now because you're on the podcast with me. If they got me, they're getting you right now. But so in terms of this, I think this is what needs to happen, or what's going to happen. When Posobiec and all them were talking about the lockdown happening and August 16th, like, dude,
that's such fear mongering. Like people don't realize that what they're projecting out into making it a reality. Because once you warn people of something, when you have a big account and you warn people of something, that's in their consciousness. So they're ready for it and they're more or less consenting to it. Mm-hmm. But if you don't tell people and all of a sudden it happens, people are going to go in full force against it. Mm-hmm. But once you tell people and you warn them, like, oh, did you hear that we're going to go back into another lockdown? So people are accepting of this information. And that's the biggest problem I have with a lot of these huge influencer accounts that have millions of followers that are putting this out into reality and making it your reality, because people are accepting of this information that you're giving them. Instead of it hitting them in the face directly, they have time to think about it. And they're like, yeah, that sucks. We're not going to be able to open our business. We're just going to have to close and die.
Right.
But if you know what I mean? So that's the biggest problem that I have, is because what you're putting into other people's realities, which is Instagram and all these social media platforms, that's all it is a wave of projecting reality. And whatever you're putting out there, that's what people are going to start to believe, because you are an influencer, you are in a leadership role, whether you like it or not. So there's people that literally really look up to a lot of these influencer people, and they believe everything that they say.
Yeah.
So if you're not helping them with their level of consciousness, and you're keeping people in a low vibration by constantly giving them fearful information, you're doing everybody a huge disservice.
Yeah. And it's where me and you come to a crossroads a lot, because we're both on the same side of both, right? We're both like, we're both warriors, but at the same time, we're both very into the universe and consciousness and spiritualness. I'm probably a little deeper into the fact that we're living in a fucking video game and this is all a simulation than you are.
When you start talking like that to me, I'm just like, I have to just tune this out, because you just bring me, make my head like vibrate. Like
when I tell Krystal on the phone that, like, when I start speaking negatively and she's like, don't bring that negativity. And I'm like, no, I'm ready to die. You know, like, I'm going to die. Like I tell her that, like, they're going to kill me.
But what are we talking about projecting these thoughts?
But see, this is the difference.
Well, you're consenting to this.
This is the difference. I have a different philosophy on it. And I agree with what you're saying. I don't think we should project too much negativity into the universe, but I think hope is a drug, right?
Yes.
So hopium is being unprepared. So when you're going to go to battle, you need to be prepared for war, right? Like a goal without a plan is a win. So as much as the spontaneity of an event invokes a natural fight or flight reaction that we will have, the preparation for said event is almost as important as the natural bulldog reaction. Because if I go into this, like I spoke to you, I've come out the other side, right? So I'm so accepting of any fate that can happen to me that I've already mentally prepared for the worst case scenario. Like, kill me, motherfucker. I don't care. Like, I'm willing to die for this shit if I have to, right? Yeah. So I feel like I'm battle tested to a point. I mean, it comes from going to prison and having a lot of other shit that's gone on with this too. But, you know, it's not getting deleted from fucking Twitter. But I feel like I'm ready for whatever war comes. And again, I'm not provoking violence. I don't think anyone should be talking about.
That's a good warrior mentality to have. Having a warrior mentality is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Yeah. It's being ready for everything or anything is a good thing.
Yeah. And it's literally, it's a defensive gladiator, right? Like, I'm not going to go fucking kick the door down at the Capitol or anything like that. I'm going to protect my freedom and my family and shit like that. And if they come for it, I will defend it. Like, that's what I'm ready for, right? And the thing I fear a little bit, though, with the positivity is, like I saw with the Trump election, when I lost a lot of people on my side, when Trump showed up at 2 a.m, I was live on my Discord that night. And at midnight, whenever it was, when they stopped the counting, when they blatantly were about to cheat, and I'm a gambler, so I was watching the Vegas line. You had to bet $1,000 just to win 100 on Trump. That's how big a favorite he was in Vegas. And I saw his speech. And I saw, me and you were like this. We connect with things that other people can't consciously comprehend. And I saw his speech and I saw what he was doing. And I was like, he just lost the election. And I said it on my Discord. I'm like, we're fucked, guys. And they're like, no. I'm like, we're done. Like, we're done. He's out. And I just felt it. And then the next day it started to sway. And they're like, you brought this into the universe. I'm like, no, I saw it happening and it's not done. And Gen 20 is probably not going to have, like, we're fucked. And that's when I just started to be real with my thoughts and my beliefs and what I was truly feeling at that time. And everyone turned on me because it didn't coincide with what they wanted positivity wise. So I needed to prepare for Trump may be out. We got to get ready, buckle down, where they wanted to stay positive. So it is that little catch-22 of accepting what our reality is, that the NWO is coming for our fucking heads. And this isn't going to stop without probably blood in the streets or something even worse, and being positive that that's not going to happen. So I don't know how you juggle that, but we're on opposite sides. We're the dark and the white to the yin and the yang on that.
Yeah, we are. So, I mean, with working with like a spiritual teacher, I guess, and the consciousness, she's called the consciousness architect. That we literally create our reality. So if all of us continue with not allowing these things to be in our reality, that we don't accept them, it doesn't mean that they're not going to happen. But like you're saying, like with being prepared, yes. But when we actually have a choice in this, not if we're attacked or something like that, but when you have these vaccine passports and stuff, what am I going to do? They're saying I have to do this. we all have a choice in this. And if we all use our collective consciousness to say no, that all goes away.
Right.
Like we have choices in a lot of things that most people either feel defeated by, hopeless, or they just give in because they don't think that they have any other choice. That's why I think it's so important to talk about the things that we talk about when it comes to consciousness, because so many people are just coerced into things because they don't have that strength and inner power that you and I both have and try to convey to people. So when we talk about this, it empowers people to understand that they do have a choice in most of the things that are happening. Some of them are out of our control, but there's a lot of things that are within our control that we have to make a conscious effort to help the whole collective understand we can fucking fix this shit.
And I think the thing that we did last summer that I feel it happening again. You know, like I just feel everyone coming together again. I feel like all the people that I was on the same team with last summer are back, including myself, right? Like we're all back, right? Like, all right, we gave you guys the wheel for a little bit. You drove it into a fucking mountain. We're taking this shit back again, right? Which is good. And I think the thing we had last summer was everyone had roles and positions. Like just looking at my crew, right? Like my immediate crew, you know, Sam Tripoli's a fucking, you know, gangster in the comedy world. And he has a very funny way and these crazy guests that he brings on to towards that. You're the pretty gladiator who can relate to the women and the mothers and all that in a tough, badass way. Then you had Little Miss Patriot, who was doing it in a very soft, like beautiful way. You had What's Her Face, who was doing it in a comedy way, hitting these girls. You had me going up there, fuck the world, going after the celebrities. You had Ronnie going onto the streets doing it. You know, everyone had their role, right? Larry Johnson was doing his satanic symbolism thing, while Aubrey Huff was doing his alpha male, you know, masculinity thing. It worked, right? We had a squad like Voltron of people hitting all the different things. And that's the beauty of what this is, that we all have different roles, and me and you shouldn't have the same exact mentality of how to approach this, because my role, I feel, is to be a shield to protect people like you, right? Like I need to go fly kamikaze headfirst into the face of the cabal and Chrissy Teigen and all that so that you can deliver your message to the people, because you have staying power, right? I don't. No matter what I do in life, I'm going to fucking blow something up or blow myself up, right? Like just how I am. Yeah. Right. So I'm going to basically go out and be that missile that gets launched into the middle of it to shield you and Little Miss Patriot and these people so that you could deliver this beautiful message. You raise the consciousness and I'll keep them off your back. Like that's kind of the way I look at it.
Yeah.
No, and there's a lot of me, you know, that's not me. There's thousands of people who have both roles.
Right.
But
you just have your very own distinct way of doing it. I don't think there's another Tommy G out there.
I hope not, or else I'll fucking lose my allure. So speaking of that, so you don't watch TV, right? Which I find odd, but it makes total sense. Is that tied into the consciousness? Like, what's the reason? Because I have 3 TVs in my living room, one of which is on the floor here. 3 fucking 6-inch TVs in the living room. What's the reason for all of this?
I feel like the television, I am repelled from the television. And I know that sounds weird, but literally and even though I've been in entertainment, like I've done films, I've done so much stuff. I love doing that and creating it. But as far as watching it, I feel like it's such a waste of my like there's an energetic exchange with you and the TV. And I don't feel any connection to the TV. That's really the simple end of it.
Would you, so what else, what other things? Because I agree.
I was with you right now, right at your place. And we were having a slumber party.
Are you
vegan? What?
Yes. So that was a yes. Okay, go on.
I didn't hear what you said, but I know.
Don't worry about
it. And we were like in your bedroom and you had the TV on, like I would watch.
We're in my bedroom already at my place? This is amazing.
I'm just saying, like we were having a slumber party.
I'm all in. I just taking my pants off. Let's go. Let's role play it real quick for the YouTube viewers.
No, you asshole. Like I would watch a movie with you, but I would never alone by myself put the TV on. Like it's just not even okay. I was on the road for 3 years of my life. I was with my ex and we were actually working together, but there was a portion of that I wasn't on the road with him. the TV never went on.
Right.
What do you do in your hotel room? Like you literally lay there and you probably watch
Masturbate.
TV if you're in your hotel room.
You want me to be truthful? That's what I do in hotel rooms. I jerk off in face towels.
Turn the TV on.
The face towels are so soft. You don't understand. You're not a guy, but those face towels in hotels are so soft and fresh. They're the best things to masturbate into.
Okay. Thank you for that. Thanks. Those are great tips for other men that I can maybe pass along.
Pass it on. Let them know.
Okay.
But go on. So you were saying.
But I'm just saying, I never even turned on the TV when I was by myself in my hotel room. Like I feel like it's a waste of my energy. Like I just can't do it. I feel like there's always so many other things that I could be doing, and watching TV is not one of them. Maybe because I'm just like so connected to the mind control thing. Like I just literally reject it. Like
what's funny is that I don't read, as you could probably tell, I'm not very educated, but you're
very smart though.
I mean,
it doesn't matter if you're educated, you're very intelligent.
I mean, I'm both, honestly, but
you just said, I'm not educated.
I know that was just me pandering using mind control to get the compliment out of you. So I learned that from the television. So my whole thing with the TV is what I did notice is over the summer, I used this, the term falling into the matrix. Like I fell so deep into this zone, right, where I wasn't watching TV as much and I wasn't doing all that stuff as much. And it was keeping me clear, even not having sex, things like that, like keeping all distractions. I was still, partying a little bit and drinking just because I was home alone. But I felt like that spurred some creativity on whatever. But the cutting off sex, cutting off just talking to negative people, not responding to the trolls, but not blocking them either, just walking through them, and cutting off the TV did help me a lot over the summer. Being a living in the sports industry makes it hard to do, but is there any other things like that you do, like not watching TV, all that kind of shit?
Is there anything else?
I mean, you don't eat meat. You don't eat meat, right?
No, I'm completely vegan. I've been vegan for 15 years.
It's just stupid.
I don't know what you just said, but that's okay.
I said being vegan stupid.
Whatever. Okay. You're gonna be vegan sometime.
You'll get me on a heavy metal detox easily. You will not ever. I have more meat in my mouth than a female porn star who's 50 years old.
Close.
I love meat. You will never.
I stopped eating meat when I was 10 years old.
No, that's craziness. That's
so
really nuts.
Well, we can get into being an empath. I mean, you're definitely one. I know that for sure, but you obviously don't connect with animals.
I love animals. Animals love me, even though I eat them.
Right.
They fear me.
Why don't you have a pet baby pig for a while?
I would.
And then see if you're going to eat them. Are you going to eat them?
I won't eat him, but I'll still eat bacon.
That just doesn't even make sense.
Why? But I have fish tank. I still eat fucking salmon.
So
I can and I'm not trying to cut you off here being funny. I'm telling you, I compartmentalize things. Like
I can't do that.
Yeah. So like I wouldn't eat dog or like cat, but maybe if I had a pig, I wouldn't eat bacon. What's that?
I said you probably have if you've eaten in a Chinese restaurant.
I mean, probably, and fucking whatever. Like, I mean,
if you had the awareness, like, I think is it called Yulin, the Yulin Dog Meat Festival in one of the Asian countries. Like I've seen, so there's a place called Animal Hope Wellness in LA. And it's this guy, Mark something. He's an Asian guy that has traveled to and from different Asian countries undercover as a dog meat trader. And he has had to stand there and watch them beat dogs to death right in front of him. And this guy's there to save these animals, close down these meat festivals. And he's put some of his videos, and I had to stop watching any of his stuff because it would affect me for days on end. But I always connected to just sources of nature and things like that. So from when I was a kid, I could never understand mentally even what is this dead flesh? Like, why would I put this death in my body? Like, but when I was 10 years old, that's how I thought. I would look at chicken and see veins in the chicken. And I'm just like, why would I eat this?
Yeah. Don't look into how many animals are killed on those plant farms and stuff that you have, how many moles and squirrels and things like that are fucking murdered so that you could eat your fucking kale. Don't look into that though. Let's just ignore that with the pesticides that they spray there to fucking kill everything. Let's just pretend those animals don't matter.
And locally grown as much as possible.
No, stop it. You cannot grow fucking shit without keeping the fucking squirrels and the moles away. They kill fucking all of them.
We're growing things in the backyard right now. We had a whole cherry tomato plant.
Right. But if you're growing all of it in your house, yeah, I guess on some level, you're doing it. I mean, I'm sure.
Okay, so this leads to the next topic of conversation, which is a food shortage that has already started in other countries.
Uh-huh.
So you better know how to plant things, learn how much water things need and stuff like that. In the event, Tommy G, that we had a food shortage, how prepared are you?
I live 2 hours from you and I'll just move in. The fuck? Why do you think I keep you around? In case we run out of fucking food.
Right. So
I mean, honestly, no, I'm not. But
how many people aren't? But how many people also don't know how to fend for themselves? Like our grandparents, the Italian greaseballs that they are. They used to keep food in cans. They used to make all of their own food. They had a whole pantry full of different vegetables in the glass jars. Containers. Yeah, mason jars. This generation of people, for the last several, we're useless.
Yeah.
We know how to work.
Say us. I think we're the cutoff because I could cook. You could probably cook. I feel like it's anyone below 35 is fucking.
But what I'm saying is about having survival skills.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The further down you'd go, I don't think our generation is prepared as we think we are from survival. Those of us that have been to jail.
Yeah, but we're you're pretty much not prepared at all. Like my sister and I have been.
I made it through a fucking year and a half of federal prison. I'm more prepared than any of these motherfuckers.
Okay.
I'm a gladiator.
If there was a food shortage and every single grocery store was sold out of food and you couldn't find food anywhere and there was no more being shipped in, what are you going to do?
Hunt.
Okay. That's one thing. So that's a good solution, to hunt. Okay.
Right. Now, keep in mind, I'm not a hunter and, I know what
most people don't have those skills. If you don't have the bare essentials, which is water, obviously.
I don't like hunting because I don't like killing animals, But
the bare essentials that we need, most people, if the water got shut off, if there was no food, there's going to be all out complete chaos. Like someone said to me, every single time you go to the grocery store, you should buy one item that you need now and one item to put away. So if it's a can of corn or just anything that is, that you can keep for a long time, you should just buy one thing or two things every time you go to the store and put it away into, whatever cabinet to keep.
Yeah.
Even the big jugs of water, that you press the thing and the water comes out. We're ordering at least 10 of those big jugs to store in the basement to have.
Yep.
I mean, this is not we're what do they call the people, the preppers? This is not like
doomsday preppers.
Doomsday preppers. Those people will be good.
Yeah.
But when you're really seriously talking about the government coming and knocking on farmers' doors and paying them 2 times their crops worth to ruin their crops, you can best believe that something is coming down the pipeline. And this is an important topic because most people don't really talk about it, or some don't even know about it. In India, they're already having food shortages. We get a lot of crops from different countries, rice and things like that. So what?
No, I agree. I mean, I think this ties into the weather manipulation and stuff, which, the fires that have been taking place, something that you've been doing a fantastic job on. As much as I hate to compliment you, you're doing a great job on the weather stuff and a lot of the videos you've been doing lately. But the weather manipulation and killing the crops and starting these fake oil spills, it all ties into each other, right? Like whether it's a fake thunderstorm that they're doing.
How do you not understand this? There's fires in places that I think Turkey, Greece, Italy, Middle Eastern, another Middle Eastern country, they're all on fire. They're on fire.
Right.
Not just a coincidence. Oh, it's just climate change.
Yeah.
It's just too hot.
Yeah.
You got to be nuts at this point to not see the correlation between everything. There's tornadoes in places. There's a tornado in Italy about a month ago.
What about here? Jersey. I was literally getting a fucking slice of pizza the other day and I turned the news on and I just watched one of your videos the night before And I'm watching this fucking thing with this news guy. He's like, you got to see this data. New Jersey has had more tornadoes than Tornado Alley in Oklahoma or wherever the fuck it is. And they're like 25 tornadoes ripping roofs off houses. They're like, we haven't seen this much in the last 20 years. And I'm just sitting there going, yep, it's happening. They're doing it.
Exactly. You know? It's crazy.
New Jersey getting tornadoes? What the fuck are we talking about?
We had a tornado warning here last week. It said, get home before 6 o'clock. This was like, what a tornado. What are you talking about?
Yeah. So what do you think is going on with all this? So talk to me more, because I know you do a lot about this weather manipulation. So talk to me a little more about what you think the plan is here and what you think is going on.
Well, I'm sure you dove down the HARP hole.
Mm-hmm.
I always forget what it stands for, but it's High Frequency Auroral Research Program. And these HARP, huge microwaves, there's fields of them in Alaska, I think Russia, maybe Sweden. They're in a couple different parts of the world, and they literally just beam this energy up into the atmosphere, and then it comes down, and there you have a catastrophic, natural catastrophe of whatever sort. A tornado, it could be an earthquake, it could be a tsunami, any of these things. It's environmental warfare, and people literally just look at you like you're out of your mind. Yeah. Like, yeah, sure, they can control the weather. Like, they've been manipulating the clouds that we know of since like the early 1900s. So it's like, it's just so crazy how much naivety there is out there. And people think that these things aren't possible. Like, they have so much technology that we couldn't even fathom. Like, these movies that have this crazy technology, like, they didn't just make it up. It already exists. They're telling you, this is what we're doing. This is what we have. It's so funny. We use it as a form of entertainment. Oh my God, that movie was amazing. And then what happens in real life? Oh my God, do you remember that movie this happened?
Yep.
Really?
Yep. And that's why they do it. They do it to desensitize us and make you look crazy. Like, the whole point of what they've been doing for the last 100 years is trying to make the people who figure shit out look crazy without them having to say this person's fucking crazy. Right. Yep. So when you say something and say, this is going to happen, they're like, dude, you're literally just reciting Demolition Man. Like, what are you, retarded? Or that was in a comedy I watched, or like, so that's part of it. The funny thing is, now take it to another level. So I know how when we talk consciousness, you want to, go levels and level up from level to level. I will now level you up to the fact that the reason the weather manipulation is so easy is because we live in a fucking dome and none of this is real. And we're in a petri dish and there is no space.
Can you just touch on that a little bit? Because when you talk about this stuff, it literally just blows my mind. Like, and not
I don't think any of this is real.
But okay, not because I don't believe it or I don't understand it, but to a certain degree, I still have that cognitive dissonance that's like, is this really happening? Like, and we're far down the rabbit hole. So imagine the people that literally have no idea this is happening. Like, they could never conceive of this, of any of these ideas. And I still feel that way. Sometimes I'm like, this can't be. Like, in your heart and in your mind and your soul, like, that it is. But at the same time, you're just like, I think I'm going to wake up and this is all a dream. Like, they're not knocking at doors right now trying to inject you with an experiment. Like, this can't be happening.
It's a simulation.
But it is.
It's Nick Hinton's a good one to look into. Larry Johnson does some good stuff with the firmament.
Can you just summarize it, or
so basically
more simplistic?
For me personally, I don't believe we're on a spinning globe in a fucking infinite universe that goes the exact same rotation and has never been hit by a meteor and fucking rotates the same exact way. And you see the same side of the moon all the time and everything's the same. It's all bullshit. It's fucking nonsense. So, I mean, if you really just step back and unlearn what you learned and look at it from a blank perspective, it's complete fucking bullshit and nonsense. It doesn't make sense how the people on the bottom of the earth don't fall down. Gravity's not that strong. How could we jump? Oh, there's magnets in the earth. Well, why are they allowing me? None of it makes sense. None of it makes sense. And then when you start to tie in, all right, now maybe it doesn't make sense because I don't understand science. Gravity is still a theory in and of itself. So, the theory of relativity, gravity and all that, none of this is fucking proven. These are all theories, right? So when they start to talk about the moon, which is the closest, most sustainable thing that we can get to. And every single motherfucking thing about the moon landing was bullshit, fake, and manipulated. Like, from the fucking launch to the people who were on it, to the fucking footage and to everything back. And the fact that there was a fire and everything got deleted and they said, we can't get there again and it's too dangerous and we'd never go there again. Like, everything around the moon is bullshit. And then you start to think, why? What's there? And then you start to dive a little bit deeper into, obviously there's a higher power above us and higher life forms above us, right?
Yeah.
So what's to make us think that we're not their fucking Sim City, where they're not literally just sitting there going, you really want to fuck with them right now? What can we do now? I don't know. Let's put Trump in office, see what happens. All right, Trump's out. What do we do now? Take the old fucking Alzheimer's. And they're basically just living a fucking reality show. Now, if you want to take it even a level deeper than a level, you could fucking turn around and say, we all agree that right now, technology and everything we're seeing in a 3D dimension, whether it's video games or whatever it is, our alternate reality that we're experiencing is so realistic at times that it only took 30 years to get there, right? Like it only took from the 1990s to now to get us from a 16-bit Pong game to literally a virtual reality glasses where we're sitting there feeling like we're seeing people. Where are we going to be at 300 years from now? So what if we're already there 300 years from now and they've created simulations with consciousness that are us living in the game from 300 years from now? So like, I just like to let my mind go to those places because it's real. I mean, like, and we can't prove anything. We don't know anything. There's no answer to how we got here, where we came from, where we ends, what happens when we die. And if you watch enough Westworld, you pretty much think, well, the clones didn't know they were clones. The robots didn't know they were robots. Maybe we don't know, but I do know parallel universes and simulation theory has a lot more scientific proof than the moon or any of that other shit. And then the founder of NASA wrote about the goddamn firmament on his tombstone. So, I mean, you got the fucking Von Braun literally was sitting there saying like, we're in a dome, and the dome is in the Bible. So if anyone's religious, talks about the firmament in the Bible, I think we're in a little fucking Truman Show.
So, oh God, right.
Another movie that is forecasting it.
Okay, so when you look through a telescope and you see other planets, like are they within this dome?
Projections.
So
Same way. You ever go to a what do they call them? Terrarium, where you go in there, terrarium or whatever the fuck it is, where you could see all the stars and the.
Okay. Yeah.
Or or like a laser light show or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like the bottom line is that these motherfuckers. There's not one picture that's ever come from NASA that wasn't CGI, and they admit that on their website. That all the pictures from space are composite images. So therefore, we haven't seen a real picture of the Earth. It makes more sense for the Earth to be more flat or belled out than it does for it to be fucking a circular ball spinning at this amazing speed where we all happen to stay on it, but we can jump still. Well, it's real more about density and buoyancy makes more sense to me than gravity and whatever nonsense they're pitching. But do you really think these motherfuckers know let me ask you a question. How do they know there's a galaxy fucking 1 billion miles away?
Right.
Where the fuck? They didn't even know Pluto was a fucking planet. They fucked that up. Like, they're going to tell me they know about galaxies 1 billion miles away? And then people say, well, no, it's an assumption. Well, then why are we making assumptions on the fucking universe? Because we're learning this at one. Like, none of this has been proven. No one's ever been to fucking Jupiter. No one's ever been outside our little system. Yet when we're 3, we're learning about other galaxies and other worlds that are like, no, bro. Like, they don't know shit. Like, that's nonsense. Why are they feeding it to us? And then NASA, you know this, there's such a corrupt organization, NASA, that, I mean, everyone's like, what would their motivation be? The $50 billion a year of money laundering, like what have we accomplished with all the money that NASA gets? What have we done in the last 20 years with NASA? Elon Musk in his basement did more than fucking NASA did in fucking a year. Mm-hmm. Where's all the money going?
Exactly. That's basically essentially what all of these organizations are, just money laundering, like all the cancer foundations and all this stuff. Like, they already know how to cure all this stuff. Like, you make me really question like my entire existence.
It's good though. It's fun. I mean, the thing I look at it as life's a game. Like, because that's the beauty. Once you kind of come out fully out the other side, you become, bulletproof, desensitized, immune to it. And it's like, it's a fucking game. Like, imagine
everything. You're just like, is anything real?
it does make me what appears to be negative, right? And I think I'm more positive than most people think I am. I don't mind people thinking I'm negative because I portray that because I'm a compulsive questioner, right? I can question every single thing because I feel like that's our responsibility to question first and trust later, right? Like trusting first and questioning later gets you in trouble. So even
that would be a good t-shirt. You should put it on a t-shirt.
Should I? All right. Will you model it for me?
Yes.
We're launching merch. You know that on our new site and stuff. So
I
know. And how do I get your merch? Where did I go to get your merch?
freehumanityco.com.
Free human. You got to say it slower and articulate so that they get it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to have them put it on the site and under the bio at the beginning. freehumanityco.com. Okay. And what do you got over there, Krystal?
My first t-shirt or hoodie design came from doing a live because we were talking about all this stuff and I was just like, they just need to leave us the fuck alone. Leave us alone. Just let us live our life. Leave us alone. Uh-huh. So my first hoodie was leave us the fuck alone. And it says TF. It doesn't say the fuck, but it's a really cool streetwear looking design. And that was pretty popular. I did all kinds of other streetwear type stuff. And, I don't overly promote it though, because I feel like people that are meant to find it will find it. And it's like, I just want people to wear what represents them best. Because there's so many t-shirt lines out there. There's so many people with really cool stuff. And like, I love seeing people support other people, but I love seeing just like having a message because everything right now is a message, including like the idiots that are getting like Moderna with their date on it, like when they got vaccinated, like tattooed on their arm. Like, I mean, everybody just has a message that they want to portray to the world. So
see, my whole thing is merch and information, monetizing through merch and information is phenomenal, right? Like there's certain information I had, but I mean, realistically, like I'm wearing an Arya Stark, Game of Thrones shirt. Why? Because I love fucking Game of Thrones. I love Arya Stark and I wanted the shirt bad as fuck when I saw it and it's stupid and corny, but it's great. So for me, I have all these ideas of merch that I want to do and I draw shit up and we live on memes and all that. Well, guess what? I have a shirt that's coming out now about Cuomo that's fucking fire. And I'm probably going to put it out before we launch the other merch. And guess what? Because I want to wear it, and that's the best way to get the message out. It's marketing our message. Red pill shirts, fucking anything we're doing, end the simulation, all the stuff that we have coming out. I have a shirt that says "Pick Me" with a person like this with a spaceship over it. Well, guess what? That gets people asking questions on the shirt and talking about the shit we just talked about. And it's fun, right? So I love that. I love monetizing in that way. And that's where I'm going. I know that's what you do a lot of. And the other thing you do, which is great, we talked about at the beginning, right? Monetizing through things that really help people, whether it's their health or detox or stuff like that. Like, fuck yeah, dude. If you believe in this product, because neither me or you are ever going to back a product for money.
Never, ever.
Like I'm going to like, I'm not going to say another word about your detox thing until I try it. And then if it works and I like it, I'll push the fucking ever living shit out of it. Right. Yeah. If it doesn't do that much, I'll say, oh, it was fine. Whatever it was.
Right. Exactly.
And that's why I like to create my own shit because I always believe in my own shit. I believe in my betting picks. I believe in my, podcast. I believe in my merch, but I think that's an important part of this, that we need to still be capitalists and entrepreneurs.
Yeah. But during this whole movement though, when you did have products that you were endorsing or they were endorsing you, whatever, people automatically were like, you're a shill, this and that. Like that's the new way of marketing and advertising for any company. I mean, any company would be stupid to not be utilizing big social media channels. That's just the way that it is. It's not because you're doing it for money. I mean, some people are, but people approach me all the time with products. And I'm like, absolutely not. That's garbage. I would never. You could pay me, somebody wanted to pay me $10,000 for like 2 posts or something for a wireless thing that you belt that you put around your stomach that like does your ab workout for you. Yeah. I was like, yeah, I'm a 5G psychopath and anything that's
let me strap that to my chest for 10 grand. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Yeah. And that's why I wonder the hypocrisy within the movement, as we talked about earlier, drives me insane because if you go out and push something with a promo code, or I go out and tell people to sign up for my betting site, I'm a psyop, I'm a shill, I'm this, you're that. But if Candace Owens wants you to push promo code Candace for the Freedom Phone, or Posobiec pushes promo code Pozo, or the My Pillow guy goes out there and pushes My Pillow, that's fine. You know, they call them patriots. Well, let me ask you something about the patriots, because last time I checked, Tucker Carlson was getting paid $5 million a year.
Right.
You're fine with that?
Right.
Could do an hour a day. We're good with that. He's allowed to make $5 million a year, but I can't go make my million that I need to make to live my life. That's fine. Candace Owens, like what? Donald Trump is a fucking billionaire.
Exactly.
Billionaire. And we're fine with that. But if Tommy G or Krystal Tini or someone else wants to go make a fucking living, they're a psyop. Like, go fuck your mother. Like,
but that's like a lot of people have small
jelly.
The lack mindset. Mm-hmm. If I'm not making money, then you shouldn't be either.
The left.
There's something wrong with that.
They act like the left.
Creative people, even you, like, you know, you're an artist in your own right with a lot of the things that you do. We create, like, that's been my whole life, is being a creator. Mm-hmm. And if I could make money off the things that I create that I really love and I'm passionate about, like, why would anybody try to like go against that? Or if something that you're promoting can help somebody significantly, like a lot of the Tesla biohealer, like that's changed people's lives.
Right.
That's healing people of crazy things. And it's like, my whole journey of my life has been about finding the most optimal wellness that I could possibly embody in this fucking structure that I'm living in. Uh-huh. And if I could help other people do the same thing, like, why would I not do that? Or be afraid to do that because of what other people will say? Like, you know, it's just unfortunate.
Well, here's the thing I'll tell you. And this is why they could all go fuck themselves. Okay. Because I am a capitalist. I am not a Republican. I am not part of any movement. I am not part of any cult. I am Tommy G. I'm a capitalist. I will always make money. I will continue to monetize any skills that I have, because that is capitalism. Okay. If people want to buy what I have to offer, they will buy it. If not, they won't. I will always over deliver free content based on my time. And then there'll be an opportunity to purchase the rest of it, because my time is fucking money. Okay. And I didn't develop these skill sets to be a fucking martyr. If I chose to go out like I did this summer, where I chose to fucking not make $1 all summer during COVID, and fucking for the first time in my life make no money in 6 months, I still got called a fucking psyop. So there is no winning either way. But my whole thing is this: the people who are telling you that you, who works from home and does your thing and has chosen to monetize your passion, which is information and the detox stuff and spreading the word and clothing, fashion, all the stuff that you love, you chose to say, I don't want to work in corporate America 9 to 5. I want to do this stuff for a living so I could do more of it and monetize it and do it my way. Those people will say that that's wrong. But these cunt motherfuckers will go out there, preach their 2 sentences on Twitter to their 100 followers, because they can't build a following because they're fucking work all day. Okay. So if you want to fucking criticize me for monetizing my skill set and passion, then quit your motherfucking job. Right. Once you quit, because this is my job. That's my job. Gambling's my job. Selling t-shirts is going to be part of my job. I chose to make my passion my job. If you want to fucking criticize me, quit your motherfucking job, because you're still making fucking money doing something, doing nothing actually, while you go tweet your shit about Cuomo. So why do I have to fucking quit my fucking job, which is tweeting shit about Cuomo? Like, and
we're putting our faces out there.
Yeah, you're hiding behind a dog avatar and a fake fucking name. And meanwhile, I got hit pieces coming out in the fucking where to put my mom's address in an article from the Daily Beast. Fuck you.
Right. Exactly. I'm with you on that.
Assholes. So fucking sick of these people.
I know.
Fucking retards.
Yep.
You hate that word? Is it you yells at me all the time for saying that? I love it.
No.
Such a great word.
You can say whatever you want.
So I want to end with this. Just anything else that you think needs to be said to kind of anyone watching, anyone listening, whether it's on the vaccine tip, whether it's a consciousness level, that anything, because I think a lot of us just talk, right? And me and you try to teach and educate more than just talk. But what can people do now to buckle up for the next 6 months? Is it, whether it's health? I know we talked about the detox, so obviously we have that. But what are you doing? What are you doing to prepare for what's coming? What are your predictions on what's coming? And what would you advise people to do?
Well, I think a lot of people can say after this last year and a half that they've learned it's been a lot of self-discovery, who you are, what people you want in your life. A lot of people have fallen out of your life. A lot of people feel very lonely because they're like, my family doesn't talk to me anymore. My friends, my significant other, whoever it is, have all abandoned me because of my viewpoints, and I'm a conspiracy theorist and everything else. I just want people to always know that there's communities out there like both of ours that you could always come to our pages and always learn something, always be included, and never feel that you're going to be shunned, because we're on the right side of history. And I know that the other side could say the same exact thing, but just look where things are falling and where they're leading to.
Yeah.
We have to stay positive, even though Tommy's pessimistic a lot, but
realistic. I have a shirt coming out that says conspiracy realist, by the way. It's the most Tommy G shirt ever.
I bet that it is.
Yeah.
But again, like the whole thing with the food shortages and stuff, like you have to just be prepared and not sit around and hope that some politician is going to help us. I mean, there's not enough of them that are on our side anyway. So to wait and continue to wait for someone to come and save us, Trump's coming back, this one, that one, like it's all of our responsibility and duty to do something at this point. If you're still not doing anything, there is literally something you could do, whether it's share a message with people, forward someone else's message to someone else. There's always something that you could be doing right now. We need doers instead of people that are just sitting there like watching our videos. If you really need your help and support in literally like saving humanity. I mean, it sounds corny, but it's like, that's literally where we're at right now. It's at our door.
I mean, and it's sad that we still have to say it sounds corny, because we're literally like, go back 4 years and tell yourself from 4 years ago that you're going to be wearing a mask in a grocery store and that people are going to be telling you that you need to get a shot in your arm or else you're a fucking murderer. Just go look at what's going on in other countries. And I think people forget that everything that happened to us last year already happened to multiple other countries 10, 15, 20, some even 60 years ago. This is all, this was predicted. You know, go watch Brezmanov's, I can never get his name right. Yuri Brezmanov, The Ideological Subversion it's a 1984 interview from a KGB, former KGB guy who literally in 6 minutes explains that America's already done. Like this is in 1984. He's like, they're done. The subversion is so deep already. The brainwashing is so deep that I can't believe it happened. We're 30 years past that, right? Like, go look at Cuba, Venezuela. Look what's happening in Australia, Greece. Like, this is all coming to a fucking America near you. So, I mean, people need to understand that we're not, you said it best before when you said, we're not as tough as our grandparents. We're not built like that, right? Like our generation, even me and you who are gangsters ain't built like that, right? What your grandmother went through on a given day, you couldn't do ever. I couldn't do anything. My grandfather and these guys in coal mines and fucking doing all this, then coming home and raising children, like never. But my iPhone breaks, I lose my mind.
Exactly.
So, we're still pussies. But like when we look at this, we have to understand that this shit is going down right now. And it is not a game. And it's about to happen. It's coming to an America near us. And we are not that America that we used to be. Everyone keeps going, America will never let it happen to them. It's turning into fucking China over here fast. So to think that just Alabama is going to save us, and because that's where we're getting to. We started with America is not going to let it happen. And then it was, well, California and New York will let it happen. And Chicago will let it happen. But Florida is not going to let it happen. And then once they target Florida and go, then it's, well, Alabama, like we're shrinking. So we really got to be careful of that right now.
Absolutely.
So, Krystal, I love you, darling. I love you only.
You.
Oh, you didn't say I love you, hate you. There you go. But so go follow Krystal on Instagram, not Twitter, because she doesn't have Twitter because she's retarded, but I'm going to make her get Twitter.
I have like 3 Twitters that I've not been logged into since 2010.
On Instagram, though, where you're very active, at Krystal Tini. Do you have a Telegram and all that kind of shit? What else? I don't even know. I just fucking text you.
I love Telegram.
Okay, what else you got?
I don't know. Telegram is at Krystal Tini, but some people can't find me on there for some reason. So my group is called Teeny's Winner Circle. And then you can access me through there.
Teeny's Winner Circle?
Yeah, it's all the winners.
It's all the winners. So, all right. So go follow Krystal everywhere. Go basically do everything she tells you because she's very smart and she's trying to help me. I'm pretty much beyond help. So if she can help you, maybe then she'll stay off my fucking ass because maybe I led some other people to get help. But anyway, Krystal, we're gonna be doing this more often. I want to do like dating shows and shit and like shit like that. Are you down for that?
What does that mean? Like you and me go on a date?
I mean, we could do that too. We could film it. That would be funny. We should GoPro me and you on a date.
Fist fighting each other.
That would be fucking amazing. I want to do like fucking dating shows because everyone in this community is so fucking horny and never gets laid. And, you know, like because we're all fucking sitting on a screen like this all the time. I think we should do some dating shows where we get to talk to the fucking conspiracy nerds and teach them how to pick up guys and girls. I think it'd be fire.
I was on Beauty and the Geek. That was my first reality show that I ever did.
I was on Shipmates. You know that. Did you see that?
No.
You haven't seen my Shipmates show?
No. Is it going to make me mad?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm not watching it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, dude, 24, like I'm the sexiest thing in the world before I turned into this mess. Now I'm a disaster. But then I was just fucking a specimen. But yeah, go to my YouTube page. My YouTube page, Chris, is lit. So I have the No Mercy YouTube page, right? Which I'm posting these videos on. So make sure you go there, subscribe, support Krystal, give good comments, no dirty shit. I'll leave it up because I think it's funny, but try not to do it. But I have another YouTube page, which I haven't done anything with. It's just Tommy G. And I guess there's another Tommy G out there too. I have one video posted on it. It's from 7 years ago, the post, and it is my dating show, and it has 43,000 views. So you can actually go find it.
Looking for you then. They're looking for you.
Yeah. And it's hysterical, dude. You're probably going to hate me for it and yell at me for it, but it's hysterical. So you should go check it. It's Tommy G Shipmates.
Then we'll do Shipmates together.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah. We'll do bedmates and your little theory that you had about our sleepover. I can't get that out of my head.
Oh yeah. Cool. Okay.
Stuck on that. But anyway, guys, go follow Krystal at Krystal Tini. Make sure to support her. Be nice to her. I'll have to kick your ass. And if we're nice enough, maybe she'll let us have Ronnie Tini, the real Tini, on the show, which I'm super excited about. But Krystal, any final words?
No, love you guys and just always stand up for what you believe in. That's it.
All right. Love you, girl. Good luck. Stay questioning, motherfuckers.
Mwah.
All right. And that's it. Krystal Tini, the flamethrower. Krystal fucking Tini. That's her name going forward. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Not going to take any more of your time here, but I will remind you what we said at the beginning of the podcast, nomercypodcast.com, nomercypodcast.com. Sign up for the newsletter and get ready for probably the most exciting thing we've done in a long time. Me and Bobby are really excited about this newsletter. So go sign up, drop your email. We'll notify you when it's out and we'll have access to you in case we get banned from the internet. On top of that, make sure you follow my account at Tommy G Returns on Instagram and Twitter. Stay up to date with everything I'm doing. And follow Krystal Tini on Instagram at Krystal Tini, KrystalTini. So that's it. Get over to 4deepbets.com, number 4deepbets.com. Let's make some money. Football's coming. I'm done talking. I'm tired. I got to fix my apartment. Good luck. Stay questioning, motherfuckers. Peace.
We do not train to be merciful here. A man face you, he is enemy. Enemy deserve no mercy.